The modern-day martial arts now practiced across the world are rooted in ancient cultures. In the Koga and Iga regions of Japan, as many as 80 ninja clans once operated secretly in the mountains. Deemed the uncivilized outcasts of society by the ruling samurai class, ninja were constantly under attack. As a means of self-defense, they developed a system of martial arts that has earned them the reputation as the most fearsome warriors the world has ever known. In a suburb north of Tokyo lives Shoto Tanemura. His name means the way of the sword. He's one of 2 living grandmasters of Ninpo, the true ninja martial art of stealth. It's been passed on and preserved for more than 58 generations. Tanemura is the living embodiment of the mysterious warriors who existed as a counterculture to the samurai-dominated society of Japan. Many ninjas were descendants of, or were themselves, displaced samurai. They were forced to operate on the sidelines. There, they secretly evolved into a warrior sect of their own. Tanemura's disciples are handpicked from all over the world. They learn a physical, emotional, and spiritual method of self-protection. Protection from the dangers that confront people on the warrior path to enlightenment.
This is a yell of the spirit. We call it Kia. Kia is ki energy, mind energy or soul energy. It is the energy of the spirit. That's what's important to ninja, strong spirit.
One of Tanemura's closest disciples is James Wright, a Scotsman and ninja master who left his country 10 years ago to devote himself to the art of these warriors. At night, he works as a butcher, but he devotes each day to practicing ninpo.
To reach a master level in this martial art takes, for 1, years. 2, dedication. Many hours of practice. There's no shortcuts. There's no easy route to this level. My training under sensei was very severe when I first started training.
Unlike the ruling class of samurai, who followed a strict code of ethics, or bushido, on and off the battlefield, the ninjas believed that the ends justified the means. Guerrilla warfare against the samurai, who far outnumbered them, made good sense and proved very effective.
The ninja were the eyes and ears of the army, get in and out without getting discovered. So they had to develop special techniques so they could hit and run, basically, and escape. Because it was more important, rather than face-to-face battle with a very strong adversary, and have a chance of being killed, to throw some object and escape so they could get the information back and complete their mission.
When faced with an opponent, ninjas would resort to deadly bone-breaking hand-to-hand techniques, dating back more than 800 years.
So he can escape and back kick.
The thing that I really like about the Ninpo is it gives you more options, because you can twist them and hold them down, you can throw them on the ground, you can punch them and kick them if you need to, but you have more options, and not everything always results in hardcore violence.
Oh yeah. Good.
The concept here is self-defense, and so we learn to bite, pull hair, skin grab, pinch. All that is part of the art.
Don't only bite, shake. So can take off the old muscle.
Kyusho and specialized techniques, i.e. using fingers. Pressure points are vital points in the body.
Break the face.
The main purpose behind Kyusho was once you took the opponent down, you could apply pressure to a certain point and immobilize them totally. If you wished to take it to the extreme, you could strike and kill the opponent if necessary as a last resort.
Hook and twist so he cannot take.
Tanemura's students also learn to use other, more unconventional weapons developed by these resourceful warriors.
When down time, push into the body.
Most of the weapons which the ninja developed had very practical uses. For example, the kameyari, which is a spear with the 2 sickles coming out either side of the main blade, obviously for fighting, but could be used for climbing, swinging from tree to tree, had a variety of uses.
But the mind is the ninja's most useful weapon.
Ninja is very clever guy, I think.
Ninpo is a martial art developed by Japanese ninja warriors. Its weapons include these kumenote, or bear claws, sickles called kamayari, and swords, or bisento. Scotsman James Wright has spent 10 years mastering Ninpo weapons and techniques.
The bisento was basically a battlefield weapon. It was for taking down horses and then killing the rider.
I think that the ninja warriors were much more advanced than the samurai. They were thinking and not just following orders. So thinking how to develop better weapons. And this is a very good example.
I am belt.
These are kumanote, or bear claws. They slip them on their hands, and during fights, they could use them to hit or scratch. And they used it as a tool to climb up trees. This is very useful.
You have to be very careful. This is real, not practice weapon.
Okay? Start to right. Please. He cut already.
To be a true ninja also meant mastering the art of the shuriken. This weapon was used only as a last resort to escape a deadly attacker.
This is shurikens.
These are shurikens. Usually we train with this and then with this. We don't train with this because anyone can do that. It's easy. Even amateurs can do this. But these are professional. The samurai use them, hid them inside their short swords. The samurai learned this from the ninjas.
Learned from ninja. Yes. Need more training.
It doesn't matter if your shuriken sticks in the target or bounces out. Doesn't matter. The main thing is correct form and correct pure spirit. Trying to throw the shuriken at the target. What this represents is life's wave, basically.
Okay, hi. My student, Master Rebel Nagamoto, will do the demonstration.
But perhaps the deadliest ninja weapon is the art of a surprise attack. Beyond the cloak was a myriad of disguises and hidden poisons. Tanemura is one of only 2 grandmasters who still possess the secrets of these potent weapons.
I am now
making special powder, Metsubushi, ninja weapon powder. Ninjas use natural pepper, and I cannot say sorry. This is very secret. This is the weapon of last resort. When disappear or run away from the very strong enemy, when this is sprayed, his eyes cannot see anymore. This is Japanese rice, but used like modern glue. This is the original way to make it. Put it on, and when it dries, you can never take it off. It sticks completely and strong. So if I take it out, my opponent won't understand what this egg is for. So in his mind, he thinks it's just an egg. But break, shoot, and powder sprays. But ninjas have to think winds blow in what direction. If this is the direction, I will damage myself too. So to the ninja, this situation is always important. To the ninjas, this is strategy too.
Tanemura retreats to the nearby woods for a demonstration.
The ninja have to be close to nature's feeling and spirit. If they learn and can understand nature, nature will have love for them.
After his class, Tanemura shares some of Ninpo's oldest secrets for the first time with his closest student and possibly the next Grand Master. The powerful art of Ninpo is inscribed in secret scrolls passed on by Grand Masters over the centuries. They are priceless records rarely shown to the outside world. Even for James Wright, a Jideshi or inside student, it's a great honor.
I was very fortunate enough to see some very special Makimono scrolls of Sensei, some of which have never been shown to anybody except Grandmasters. Contained in the scrolls are basic oral teachings which are only taught from master to student. I was very proud and honoured to see them, and I was surprised also. So it made me very happy.
I showed James the special scrolls because he is at a master level and we understand each other heart to heart.
My training under Sensei at the beginning was very strict and severe. My relationship with Sensei now has changed because I'm a lot closer to the man. I respect him immensely. He's like my father, basically. I plan to stay in Japan for a long time. This is my chance in life, I think. To train under such a man, such a Sensei. It's my chance in life to grade up my life as well.
Hyakusei, the secret medicines and poisons and how to take poison.
I have to put in my student's heart my seed so that when I pass away, he will grow up as a plant, a flower, and he can make the seed and fruits for the next generation. This is heart to heart. It is more important than the techniques.
As night falls, Tanemura Sensei is left alone to commune with his ancestors. He calls upon one of the most powerful and potentially destructive weapons in Ninpo, Kujikiri, or Heaven's Power. This is the ninja's direct connection to the spiritual world.
Kujikiri is a special energy. I put it in my body. I can channel this energy from nature. And a very strong feeling envelops me, like a ghost standing behind me. With this power, I can go into any dangerous areas without any worry.
To commune with the spirit world, Tanemura uses secret hand strikes and spells. Their meaning is hidden in the scrolls and known only to the Grandmasters.
If I use bad Kujikiri, if I issue bad energy, then bad energy will come back to me. So I have to stop. A true ninja knows that well.
As one of the last true ninjas, Shoto Tanemura embodies over 2,000 years of techniques and spiritual knowledge. Through his link to the past, he intends to bring Ninpo into the future.
This martial art came from the world, so I have to give back to the world. This is not only Japanese traditional culture, but human being culture.